Hello, this is Mary from Mary's Home Sweet Home Creations, and I decided today, since I had to wear something on my head yesterday to cover up my gray and my hair that needed haircut, that I needed to cut it today. And I always cut my own hair, so it's a little bit harder than if you're cutting someone else's hair. But I've been doing it for so long that I thought I would kind of show you what I do. Trying to get you so you can see what I'm doing, but I think I'm going to be looking down at you no matter what right now. So just so you get the gist of it, I've already cut the hair, and I definitely need colors. You can see I am very gray. I am almost white, like my mother was. She was very white and silver. But I'm not quite ready yet to let that happen. So, this haircut that I have, some people call these a mullet, I guess, which is not really what I call it, but I've been wearing this for a long time, and I was a hairdresser and went to beauty school, and that's why I have a hard time letting other people cut my hair, because I know what I want. So this one haircut is basically everything meets to the top point. So when I cut this hair, I usually start at the bangs because I want those to be a certain, and my hair's pretty greasy right now. I need to wash and color it. But anyways, this is the real me. So the bangs, I like them at a certain length, and I like them kind of frayed. So I usually do those first, straight down. And then I go up, and I cut straight across there to take some of that length out. And then I do this forward cut. The reason I do that, the internet's going in and out again, is because it takes out some of the bulk at the end. And so then I use that point for my top, which I need to take a little more off right there. Okay, so then you go all the way back, and you keep moving back. I usually do it in the big mirror, so I'm looking at the camera. I should just be looking up probably. And you go all the way back until you have your top section even all the way across, all the way back. Then I start pulling forward, and it all comes up to the top from the back. So I've already done all that, and it's not perfect, but it's pretty good because when you see what I do next, it'll all blend together. So the back is the hardest because I can't see it, but I try to pull it all up to the top, just like everything else. Okay, then once we have the middle, you do the sides, and you pull those up at an angle. Now, if I'm doing someone else's hair, I'd probably be sectioning it off, but with my hair, I have a ton of hair. More hair than humans need, and so I'm always trying to get less hair. Other people are always trying to get more hair. So I pull it up at an angle all the way back, and I'm still using this as my point, so everything is going to be even from that point, just different angle. So this angle is a little more severe than the straight across at the top. So then when we get down here, and I pull that straight up, and you have to kind of go with the curve of the head. You don't want to cut too much off, and which is super easy to do at this point because you're trying to do something that you normally would do behind somebody and doing it on someone else. Okay, so once you have all your, basically all of it is even to that top point. So you can see this side. And I know about my hair because I've done it for so much that this side of my hair is thicker than this side. And I do like to wear it forward. Sometimes, well, most times I wear it forward. And I like it to kind of fringe around my face. And then I might pull this backwards. But sometimes I like to wear it this way. Sometimes I like to wear it back. Just when my hair is finely colored, then you don't see, then I have more of a layered look. So I pull it forward most of the time. Now, since my hair turned gray, some of it, I've had this stick straight hair my whole life. But since it got gray, I have these little curly flippy things now sometimes. So sometimes I hair dry it. Sometimes I just let it dry. So, but because I want to have less hair and take out some of the bulk, so when I wash it, get it colored, it will stand up better on top. It'll be less thick around here and lay better. I use thinning shears, these big chunky ones, okay? Now, most people would never use these, and you have to be very careful when you use these because it takes a lot of hair out. But I like the chunky look. So, and you usually want to use thinning shears on dry hair. That's why I haven't washed it yet. I'm just doing it on dry. So the first thing I do, I pull this up and do this because I don't want to take too much out of the front, which I've already tipped the ends, which I forgot to tell you that. So I pull it up and then just run those on the ends, run these thinning shears on the end. But before I did that, I went through and I kind of, I keep freezing up, so I took the scissors and I kind of tipped the end. So now I've done that, I'm going to go do that through the top to thin out ends. And this is going to give it a softer look when I wash it and it stands up. So I don't have that harsh cut, and that part in the middle will go away. Now most people wear a part, or they don't wear their hair straight up, so they would not do this, but this is how I do mine. In certain pieces I just can feel they're thicker than others, so you really, you know, I learned to cut hair about 40 years, 35 years ago. And I went to 2 different beauty schools, and the last one I went to, they were the best at teaching hair cutting, coloring, and things. And so I learned to cut hair from them, and I don't really see anyone doing it the way they taught me anymore. But this is my favorite thing to do, is cut hair. I don't mind coloring hair either, but the styling of hair, that's the funny part. Being a hairdresser, you'd think I would be better at styling or like it more, but to me it's like, if you have the good haircut, the haircut you want, and it's shaped right, you don't need a lot of styling, and if you do, you can do it, like the person whose hair it is. So that is why it's not my favorite thing to do, but I do blow dry my own hair sometimes when I don't like what it's doing. So, but when you have a good haircut, it also grows out well, so you don't have to run and get your hair cut, or I don't have to cut my own hair again for a while, because as it grows out in a good shape, and so you can kind of change it as it grows, change your style, how you're styling it. as it grows out. So it's less times of getting your hair cut. Saves you money. I've saved my family a lot of money over the years cutting everyone's hair. But now I have carpal tunnel, so doing this is not really that easy, but I do it. So I textured through here. I texture the sides. This side especially gets thicker. And like most people are probably freaking out when they see me do this because it's a lot of hair coming out, but I like to get rid of some. It makes life easier for me to not have to do a lot of styling or, you know, it's just an easier haircut for me if I get it. But even back here gets thick. And I just pull everything. So if you, in this haircut, pull two sides, one here and one here. And then I cut the front point. So when you do that, the middle of your hair is actually over here, right? The middle of the back of your hair is here. So what I do is I put my comb in my mouth, which I'd never do if I was cutting hair in a salon, but I just try and make sure that's straight on both sides. And if I pulled it upright, right, and get this straight, then the back will be straight enough, because I like it kind of fringe out back there. Okay, so that's what I do for this haircut. And if you're somebody that does cut, a lot of people cut their own hair, and they kind of learn how to do it. My mother-in-law used to color my hair. Now my husband does it because it was getting hard to connect and get it done. But now he's so busy, I'm gray again. So somebody's going to be coloring my hair soon. I've done it myself, but it's not as good because making sure you cover all your spots. So, okay, so then when you check it, you could check it by, well, probably before I thinned it, I should have showed you this, because now it's going to look uneven because I just chunked it out. But the actual haircut all comes up to here, and you can see just by pulling it through your fingers if you have any more places you missed. And then it should just, once I wash it and color it, it'll just lay forward like that, and then you just can spike it out. The other thing about cutting hair is you learn everything. You learn facials. You learn, now that estheticians are they're kind of separate from the hairdresser, but hairdressers used to do it all. And like my eyebrows, I used to have a unibrow growing up. And I've been working on getting rid of it for my whole life. And guess what? Now the bushy eyebrows are back in, and I have been plucking my eyebrows so long that I don't have some anymore where I need them, and the gray ones are in there. So things change over the years. So you could like hate your unibrow and hate your bushy eyebrows, and then a few years later, well, maybe a lot of years later, they're back in. So, you know, you never know. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that, and then I'll get my hair colored, and you'll see me in a different state of mind and a different look, because I feel better when I look better, which to me, getting my hair done, you know, putting makeup on, I used to sell Mary Kay, and I was a hairdresser. So, to me, standing in front of you right now with nothing on and showing you my whole self just like this is very weird. But I'm practicing being me. Whatever that is me. Okay, you guys have a great day, and maybe I'll be showing you some more hair stuff one day. Okay, bye.